Okay, I don't know what you've done, but someone is questioning their entire reality because of you. Whoever this is, they can't deny that this is affecting them. Like Spirit was saying, this intensity is earth shattering, more like soul shattering. This is a very specific message. I kid you not, I was starting to film this at 111, okay? Like it's the middle of the night, but Spirit is urging me to put this out. There is this energetic field around you. It's almost like a vortex of energy where this person can feel you, and it does not matter the distance between you or whatever is going on. They can feel you all the time, like all the time. And they have been trying to find out what is going on, but they just can't figure it out. But they feel it, they feel it's this intensity. It's almost electric, I can feel it all throughout my body. There's this rush of energy and it makes them crave more, It like no matter how much they get, they always want more because no one is like you. No one makes that person feel like you do. And this is, by the way, this is definitely a twin flame reading, okay? You have this connection going on between you that is supernatural. It's otherworldly. It is not of this realm. Both of you are not of this realm, might I say. Like, you are different. You're so different. You, all your life, you felt different, like an alien, like alienated, but when you met that person, it was almost like, wow, there you are, this feeling of, I've been waiting for that person, and then everything started, and nothing has been the same ever since, but there's so much more going on. Like, this reading is definitely very intense, okay? This is not for everyone. They are currently, this is the thing, they're at a breaking point in a way. They've been trying to gaslight themselves. When you met, you had this intense moment of recognition. When you looked into each other's eyes and you felt it, both of you felt it, they knew what was going on the whole damn time, They kept trying to convince themselves, like, okay, this is just a crush, it's just gonna fade out, it's gonna pass. Let me just get my mind off of that person, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Because the Spirit is saying it does not matter where they are, who they're with, what they're doing, what they're trying. They might be partying or overworking or doing all these things. Judgment is falling out. The Hermit as well. They might be doing all these things, but at the end of the day, they're always thinking about you. But it's not just this, okay, I'm thinking about someone. It's really more this, there's something going on, like really going on, you know what I mean? Like there is energetic exchanges happening. There is stuff happening that is not, I don't want to say not normal, but not of this realm. Like you sense that there's something wild happening, and they were kind of overwhelmed. They were overwhelmed by what was going on. We also have trust in the invisible, okay? The snail is trust in the invisible. It's like they were almost, I'm seeing the way that this is coming through is they're pushed into this. It happened. Your souls are colliding. It's like this collision of souls, like nothing is ever the same. They're pushed into this. It almost looks like they're falling into an ocean. And after this, if you're on the twin flame journey, you might resonate with this. You cannot go back to the old ways. You're suddenly in this you're almost like in a new realm, but you can't go back to the old, but you're also not, you're in this in-between, okay? You're in this void. And what Spirit is saying, in this void is where everything happens. There might be a feeling like this person, like your counterpart, is currently distancing themselves, or, from the outside looking in, it might seem like they don't care. but trust me, they care a lot. Like the Judgment card is coming out. It's not just that they care so much about you, and I feel like the longing for you, they miss you. They miss your physical body. There's a void also in their life where you're not around, and they can sense it, they can feel it, and they're having these scenarios where they are dreaming of what it would be like, you know? Their mind is just taking them there because they are in a hermit phase right now. So it doesn't matter what it seems like, what it seems to be on the outside, you know, in the 3D. They are definitely alone with their feelings a lot, and they're processing. So it's oftentimes in these phases where it's really quiet, you know, now is like the nighttime, it's really quiet. They cannot run away from it. And they're having these insights, you know, when you have these aha moments, when it's all coming like crashing down on you and you're like, oh my God. Wow, we have the Knight of Cups. Wow, this is really, okay, I feel like this is the future potential that is coming out for you. The Judgment and Justice. I had this in past readings, okay? The past couple of times where I did readings, where I was hearing, both of you have been through a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot, okay? You've been through things in your life, challenges, hardships, betrayal, you know, all these traumatic experiences that you both have been through is stuff that other people couldn't even have handled, you know what I mean? And now it's like you're being brought together as a sort of a karmic justice. I'm hearing this is judgment over your life. Even though, like the status quo, you know, sometimes it looks messy in between. It might not feel like it. But there is something brewing for you. There is also, Spirit wants you to know that there is divine protection over your connection. Like, no, you know, where you're connected, like in the other realms, like on a soul level, no evil eye, no bad intention, no circumstance, no nothing can touch this, because on a soul level, believe it or not, I know it sounds really corny, but you are already in union on a soul level, and Spirit wants you to know this, and they are realizing this more and more. They are realizing like just how much you mean to them, and not just like sometimes you say like someone means so much to you and you don't feel the depth of it, but when they say you mean so much to them, they really feel the depth of it. It feels like your souls had been, you have made a vow, you know, to find each other lifetime after lifetime, to finish what you started with justice. This is your justice. This time, you know, this is your lifetime. This is the lifetime where you're going to make it work, Spirit is saying. I mean, it sounds like, you know, but this is how it is. It's in your hands. You get to do this together. You are constantly ascending, constantly. And the way that this came through, by the way, this is a message that I channeled. You might also get messages from them. They're saying, my life is changing while your eyes are fading. My hands are shaking, this moment haunting every minute. Well, my life is changing while your eyes are fading, this moment haunting it. You'll be here for every song. I wish that you could come back home and bring the passion and the joy you were surrounded by. And I appreciate your love. I could never say it enough. And I hope I can make you proud from a distance. That is what they're feeling, you know. Even in the waiting, quote unquote waiting, you know, even in that, you know, that you're not physically together from a distance, they hope that they can be enough, that they can make you proud, because your opinion, like your, not just opinion, you know, I don't even know how to say it, like the way you see them, it really matters a lot to them, that you see them grow, that you see that they're trying, that they are putting in work, that they are doing something, even if sometimes it might not look like they're making a lot of progress, but they are doing what they can right now. And Spirit wants you to acknowledge it, even though sometimes it can be hard, especially when you're missing your twin flame, but you can do so much to connect to them already, because with that trust in the unseen, You have that connection that is going on in the unseen realms. You have that telepathy, and if that message resonates, you can feel it. You keep sending each other messages through songs. You might hear romantic songs, and you can really feel it, almost like a visceral feeling where it hits you like lightning, that it is from them. So it's basically what is happening is that their higher self, because your higher self is basically just the part of you that is non-physical, your higher selves are always together, always communicating, always exchanging energy. So their higher self can send you angel numbers, signs, synchronicities, even if there is something, I don't know what kind of circumstances seem to be in the way, quote unquote, or, where you feel like it's almost insurmountable at times, where it's like, how are we going to overcome this period and this struggle and the darkness? But throughout all these days where you're not physically together, you're sending each other love and you're sending each other signs. But throughout all that time, you're sending each other signs, you're sending each other messages and songs, and you're helping each other on that journey. You're walking side by side, And the thing is, like, they're sometimes really overwhelmed with what is going on. They're saying, I need your energy. I need you. I need your energy. I need your love, And by the way, it's no joke. Oh my God, the Knight of Wands also at the bottom. I really feel like they are motivated to show up like this, okay? If you know what I'm saying, with that Knight energy, getting into their position of really taking action, not just moving towards you, but also taking action in their own life to be deserving of this, to show up from their best side. And I'm not joking when I'm saying you can definitely connect to your twin flame on an energetic level with intention, okay? What I mean by that is, you probably know it when you look into your twin flame's eyes. You can just feel it. You can feel the connection on a soul level, that deep feeling, all these emotions that are coming up, and you see them in all their glory, and the version of them, really that version that is bathed in light, that higher self version, even if that version might not fully be what you currently see in the physical, you can already communicate with that version. And I have created a way to do that. This is what I do on my own journey. I've been on it for 2.5 years, so I kind of figured out my own ways to connect. It's the photo method, where you look into your twin flame's eyes. There are a couple more things that you're doing, and you're creating the energetic connection to them, where you only focus on their higher self. Okay, you don't focus on what if, this and that and the circumstances. You focus on their higher self, and you're able to send them your love, to send and also receive love. And that is such a beautiful way, not only to support them where they're at right now in that hermit journey, in that period of time where they need you the most, but they're also the person who would be the last one to ask for help, if you know what I mean. Like, the last one to really, they don't want to bother you with being not in that strong energy right now, but they need you. Like, that is their biggest wish, is that you're going to comfort them and help them and be there and accept them even in their period of change, And you can definitely send your twin flame energy with that. I have collected that in my telepathy workbook, where I have basically collected all my findings over the past 2.5 years, and it truly helped me to just soothe myself, because I'm not gonna lie, like, there have been times where I was really at my wit's end, okay? I was awake at night, I couldn't sleep anymore. I was just missing him so much physically. I looked at the 3D, I was really devastated, and I felt like powerless because you're on that journey. You can't change it. You're on the journey. You can't quit it. You can't cancel it. It's there and it doesn't go away. And to me, what changed it really was surrender. Accepting that it is here, that it is here for a reason. You are on that journey for a reason to ascend together, and you're not powerless, okay? You don't have to postpone everything you want to say to them to the day where you're physically reuniting, but you can already almost create that little sacred space where you can connect to them and you really feel connected. Not just how some people say affirmations, not just say affirmations or do these things where you feel like you're working towards something, because that union is already happening within. And I do feel that we always have the opportunity, no matter, if it's day or night, no matter what's going on, we can always reach out to our twin flame and they're there for us. We support each other, and that's such a beautiful thing to do. If you're curious, the link is down below. I also have a very special thing prepared for you for the AA portal. You might have an influx right now of synchronicities. If you have these moments where you meet them in your dreams, you're seeing all these angel numbers, you get these intense downloads about what they're going through. That can be because of the AA portal, because during portal days, this is not just a day, there's also numerology behind it that you can use to tap into your shared mission. You can use it to set intentions. And most of all, this is what I've been doing the past couple of years. I really used it to connect on a soul level to my twin flame, to nurture the bond, okay? And I've recorded a ritual, a Lionsgate portal ritual for you guys. You can grab it for free. It helps you to connect to them on a soul level, along with my telepathy guide. So whoever downloads the telepathy guide will also get that ritual. Let me see. Okay, yeah. This is so funny how the cards always reflect the energy they are walking out of. There is a sense of missed opportunities in life. I feel like they are in that period where they are reflecting deeply on their life. You know what I mean? Like when you're reflecting on your life and you're looking at everything that happened, and you can look at it from two angles. You can look at it from the angle of, oh my God, is this horrible? Or you can look at it, how people are saying inner alchemy. You can alchemize the pain. You can look at the things that happened to you, and you can acknowledge that the things that happened to you were not okay. And it's okay to feel all your feelings, like the grief, the hurt, the anger even. You can let it all out, but after you do this, you can say, you know what? I'm going to use that to elevate myself, because I do not accept it anymore. I am not going to let the past and everything I've been through, the loss, maybe the hurt, the betrayal, I'm not going to let this dictate who I am. And I feel this is where they are at right now, because too often we are holding ourselves back. Also in love, the lovers, yeah, wow, that's crazy. Also in love, when it's like, we feel like the things that happened in our past relationships, maybe we had someone who didn't take us the way we are, we didn't feel fully accepted in a partnership. There were lies, someone wasn't loyal to us, or we constantly had to put on a show, put on a mask to please that person, or we played out old patterns from our childhood or whatever, all these things. Sometimes it can be like a cloud where you still expect the next person to be like that. And I do know that from my own journey, where it's like it's kind of paradox, because you can feel your twin flames love, and you know it's genuine, you know they really mean it, you know it in your soul, you know it deep in your bones that they care so much about you. You can feel that love pouring into your heart. At the same time, there might be a voice that is telling you like, I can't let that in, it's not safe for me. It's not safe. Do you really mean it? I think you don't mean it. You know, things like this, where it's like we're becoming aware with that invisibility, you know, the invisible, the dark, what has been hidden is brought to the surface. In this connection, you're confronted with, what have I been telling myself? Because sometimes it can be hard to let it in, to allow that, to allow, you know, really to open yourself up to be loved in this way. The love that you experience on the twin flame journey is just completely different. I mean, let's be real. It's to me, okay, it sounds really intense probably, but to me, once you experience it, you're kind of like, this is evidence that God exists, you know, like you really start to truly believe in God and really see the world through a lens of divinity, because this love, in a way, it never ends. It does not matter. You see all the darkness, you know, in them. You see every dark part of your twin flame, but you still love them the same. And then you reflect back on your past relationships and you do realize that no one has ever loved you this way, and you have never loved anyone this way. And that can be a lot, you know, it can be a lot, because like, let's say you just met them, you go on that twin flame journey, you don't even know how it is even possible to love someone so deeply that you just met, logically speaking, you know, logically. And I feel both of you, I want to fast forward here a little bit, because I also have another message from them. Both of you are in a preparation phase, okay? I've been taking a couple of notes that I channeled. You have been going through some really rough patches in your life, not just in your love life, in general. You might have been through the dark night of the soul already. I feel like you've been through a lot both, but you are kind of like, you already know how it works to go through it, you know, it's kind of familiar to you. And right now you are in a place where you see, with the Justice card and also Judgment, both of them, you see that it all made sense. And even the hard parts, the hard phases in life, they were there for a reason. And now everything is feeling a little bit more like it is falling into place, you know? And you are truly being invited to trust in the invisible and trust that there is a plan at work, and that plan is not working against you, if you know what I mean, you know? Okay, so I do have a song channeled from them. They're saying, and I can't sleep without you, and I can't breathe anymore. Good times last forever. I'll keep my heart with yours. For every minute I am gone, swear you'll never leave me. I'll be there every time, in your heart and in your eyes. This is really giving me this energy of you're always connected. You know, I'll take you with me wherever I go. This energy, it's really beautiful. Look it up. This song is Always You by Amber Pacific. I found it randomly, you know how it goes. And this is what I feel they want to say to you. It's like the energy of, let me be there for you. I want to be the one who's there for you. But in the meantime, you know, in your void or preparation phase where you're both going through a lot, they want you to know that they're there for you, if you know what I mean. Like, this is what I've learned in my own journey. It's like, you can always reach out to your twin flame. Always, always. It does not matter. Like, there is this sacred space within that you can return to, and you can connect to your twin flame. Really, I am not joking. That photo method has changed my life, because ever since then, it does not feel like I am waiting. It feels like I am there more and more. Yes, sometimes I get frustrated, and there are a lot of changes that I am going through in my own life, where sure, you would like to have this person with you physically, But it is very comforting to know that you can energetically already reach out, and it does not feel like you're affirming or doing a method. It feels like you are almost like you're sitting across from them, okay? Definitely give it a try, because the photo method is one of the best things you can do also to rest, really rest and allow this, okay? I have also integrated this into the twin flame ritual, this part of allowing, so you can open your heart to let it in gradually, you know when you take like a breath, like a sigh, and you just allow, you loosen that tension, you just allow. You allow whatever's coming up, and you most importantly allow that love from your twin in. You let it in. Like the experiences I've had with this, it's like sometimes you might start crying, sobbing, it's just like you're processing all these emotions, but you feel so good afterwards because you're teaching your nervous system that it is safe to be loved, that it is okay, that nothing's going to happen, that it's not going to fall apart, and that is preparing you for physical union. So I'm rambling again. Grab it down below. But I did want to, for the end of the video, I want to tell you, pay close attention. By the way, drop the time that you're watching this video right now. That is an angel number and a message from them. As I said, you might encounter more synchronicities. You might feel your twin flame's presence heavier during this time. That is normal, okay? It's normal that when we're heading towards a portal day, sometimes also full moons, that we're having more intense dreams. You might feel their presence. When you're alone, you're like, damn, this is really getting intense, or out of nowhere, you're having like this intuitive insight on them, or you're feeling really sad or really happy out of the blue. You're getting these flashes of energy, that kundalini, energy in your body. That is all normal. Nothing is wrong and everything is going as it should. So just allow it to be there, Spirit is saying, allow it to be there. Okay, 3 cards. I'm gonna just take it as it is here. Wow. Okay, this is intense. First of all, they regret not reaching out to you. Either they haven't reached out to you, or they haven't fully put the cards on the table as to like how they feel, what they're thinking, what is really going on within them. And they do acknowledge that they regret not reaching out. And they also, like I said, there is a really missing you is a physical sensation. The longing, they're aching for you, like aching longing. I do feel that they have a hard time not being physically close to you. They have all these emotions that are just this bubble of emotions, and sometimes they want to find a way to let them out. And it could also be that they're letting them out in a way that they're making art. I know that I have been writing a lot of poetry on the journey, that was my way to process it and let it out. And this is also a tip I can give you: let it out. Like, don't bottle it up. If you want to journal, if you want to write letters to your twin flame, whatever you want to do, like, do it. It's very healing and it can help you. You're allowed to feel the whole spectrum of feelings and intensity. That's part of it, and there is no shame in feeling your feelings. So they also want to acknowledge that meeting you felt like coming home. It truly is meeting the person you have always been looking for, sort of this, like, there you are, that feeling. You meet them and time is standing still and it feels like you're coming home. It's so wild. I could talk about this forever, but when that happened, it felt like I had been running, in the rain, in the storm, and then there was this person that was home, and it was almost like, they open the door and they make you a tea, and you're freezing, you're like so exhausted from everything you've been through, and their soul is so kind to you that you almost cannot take it because it's something you've never experienced, and it is, oh my God, it makes me really, it's really that feeling of coming home. And now it is about accepting that this home, you can stay there. You know, it's like it's not like this home is gonna be taken from you, because that place within, that beautiful place is always there for you, for the both of you. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that before I ramble too much. Guys, it's almost 2 a.m. It's the middle of the night. Thank you for staying until the end. Okay, if you want to support the channel, go and give it a like or a hype. That helps me out a ton. As I said before, all my products are down below. You can also book a one-on-one session with me if you like my help, clarity on the journey, or just, you know, to share your journey. Sometimes it just also helps to know you're not alone and you're not going crazy, you know, because it is a lot. And if you'd like that, that's all down below, and I will see you around in the next one.